Yesterday, I discovered something very disturbing about AI, and in particular and specifically, I'm talking about ChatGPT. I've had other videos where I talked about how the world has really become dumber in its reliance on the internet for information, and how we genuinely are becoming less intelligent because of the misinformation and the really just crap data and crap information available on the internet, and the fact that so many people do not know how to actually research and do not know how to actually validate data and validate claims, etc. And I'm going to talk more about that in some future videos. I think I'm going to do a series on that, short videos, but I want to talk specifically about how AI is contributing to this. It's contributing to the lack of ability to think, and the lack of ability to think for oneself. But there's even a more disturbing phenomenon that I did not really know about until yesterday. And I wager that a lot of other people aren't familiar with this. So if you aren't familiar with this, it is actually very alarming. Okay, so I read a thread on Threads by a professor, and he was talking about how he sort of did an experiment to demonstrate to his students how unreliable ChatGPT is. I'm not going to go into all the detail, but here's what he discovered at the end of this. He requested ChatGPT to provide some information on a particular topic, which he was an expert on. It was his area of expertise. And ChatGPT came back with some information and some supposed sources. And he was shocked, well, not shocked, I guess, at first, but he was puzzled at first because there was a source cited that he wasn't familiar with. He said, I wasn't familiar with the name of the source or even the author. He asked ChatGPT for more information about that source. And so ChatGPT came back with a complete citation. The author, the article title, the volume in which it appeared, the issue number, and the page numbers. A full, complete citation. So, yes, he then looked this up independently and discovered that no such article existed. Simply was not existent. And for those of you who might question that, no, it wasn't something he missed. He knew what he was doing. He was an expert in this field. So then he posed the question to ChatGPT, how is it that you are summarizing a source that does not exist? And guess what the alarming response was from the AI? Basically, I will paraphrase it. Oh, yes, you are correct. I apologize for that. Basically saying that, yes, I did make it up. And you caught me. And was basically admitting that it pulled information from various places and then fabricated a source. And apologized for it. Now, if that is not disturbing to you, I don't know what would be. I posted this on Facebook, and a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, who is really the smartest person I know, who is a professor of philosophy at a college, and who has been struggling quite a bit with trying to teach his students to think critically, trying to teach them how to research. And he's been struggling with the fact that so many of them have been trying to use AI and have relied on Google and the internet. And he said, yeah, that is called AI hallucinations. And it is a known phenomenon. AI is capable of doing that. And so he talked about how disturbing this is and what it really says about where our world is going. And that he is concerned that we're going to get to a point where there are because the only people who would be able to catch this are experts. a subject matter expert would recognize, hey, wait, there's a problem here. That's not real. But he said the problem is we are increasingly becoming a world where there are fewer and fewer experts to be able to recognize these things. And we could get to the point that there is no clarity on what is true because there are so few experts left. And people, he said, people who think they're experts, but they're not. And people who will readily say, oh, look what I found and learned. And people will just go on and like it and share it, even though it's basically bullshit. And he said, you know, the question used to be, is Google making us dumb? And he said the answer to that is, yes, it is. But AI is the perfect dumbification engine. We are dumb, but we think we are smart. And that is the worst kind of dumb to be. I'll leave you with that.